my parents as well.
By the way, how long have you been learning this language? Because you sound
Yeah,
so
it's
advanced speaker,
oh,
the
thank
way
you,
you
ma'am.
speak.
Actually, I have been crossed 1 year.
Oh, that's a long time. Okay. So first of all, welcome to the session, bro. And yeah, tell me, how has your day been going so far?
Yes, ma'am, I'm doing well. And today I'm really very excited as well because today I'm going to connect those people I was waiting for long. I was waiting for long to interacting with you. And I every day I had been, watching your video, ma'am, as well. You are the
Yes,
inspiration of
yes.
many peoples. So really, I'm so happy today.
Yeah, I was also excited about this session, but I don't know why sometimes it happens with me. Sometimes some types of technical issues I face because my phone is old, so I think I should purchase a new one. And next to me, there is some construction work is going on, and they are playing music on a high
Mm-hmm.
volume.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, ma'am. So let me introduce myself first. Okay. And
Yeah,
actually,
it's
I
very very
belong to
important
Bihar
for both
state.
of us.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. I belong to Bihar state. I'm a primary teacher. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I love to interact with the new peoples and learning new things because it's a very essential to maintain the balance of your life, right? Awareness.
Yes.
So if you do not
Yeah.
visit any kinds of place, so how will I learn the personalities of persons, behavior, custom, rituals? These are a part of human life. So I love to visit a various kinds of place for a wearing purpose. So yeah, ma'am, it's all about me.
Okay, so shall I introduce myself too?
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Okay, so let's have a quick introduction about me. So, as you know, my name is Yashoda, and I'm talking to you from Uttar Pradesh. And if I talk about my education, so I'm intermediate pass, and nowadays I'm a YouTuber as well as I'm a homemaker, and I'm just like all Indian women. That's it.
Thank you. Yeah, of course, ma'am. Thank you for introducing yourself. So, ma'am, I know like in this time the people are, asking you very relevant questions, right? So it would be so
Yeah.
much irritatable for you, right? So today I'm going to ask something different. Okay.
Okay, okay. I'm
So
ready for.
yes, yes, thank you, ma'am. So I have a one questions, like uh, according to you, what is the value of happiness in human's life? So give me your
Value of
opinion.
happiness.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, happiness matters a lot in my life. There's no doubt. And for different people, the happiness is different for them. But for me, my happiness is always if there's no one to stop me, whatever I want to achieve, whatever I want to get anything. And of course, getting success, not getting success, but actually be on the process of getting something. This is called happiness. And I am a kind of a person who is not running behind views, money, and name and fame. No, I am kind of a content person. Whatever I am having, I'm satisfied with all of that, and this is called happiness. As well as whenever I spend my time alone, then I would feel more happiness around myself because on in that time I would be able to create all the positive vibes around myself just by my thinking. So having positive thinking is also a reason for me to be happiest person.
Yes, ma'am. You're right. By spending time with you alone, like you have a proper intention on those part of it, which is generally we are not awareing, right? Because in this time, in this era, there are so many distractions, right? So these are distractions
Yes.
start conquering our mind. They have been never giving allow to distract our intention both a different part of it, which is a really requirement to awareing in our life to maintaining distance, right? So
Actually,
all
most of
this.
the time, people they just get distracted by the other things. Otherwise, we have enough to make ourselves happy. When we always have desire, okay, when we are full of desire that I want this, I want this, I wanna that much a big car, I want that much big house, then there's no doubt having dreams it's important, but only running behind all those things and forgetting we all have. It's not good for us.
Yes, ma'am, you're right. First off, we should be live, our life like we are a contentment fully, whatever we have. Because still, whatever we have, someone's desire of life, right? They have been working day and night to achieve these kinds of achievement, whatever we have in this time. But people are very obsessive inside of self. They want more and more,
Actually, brother, your
whatever they
voice is
have.
not clear. I don't know why. Just because, let me tell you my secret. Actually, it's been more than 20 days. I'm facing some hearing issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's why sometimes I don't listen whatever you say.
Okay. Now I'm okay, ma'am.
Right now it's okay because music has stopped. That's why.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So yeah, ma'am, I was just telling you we need to just have contentment feeling and enjoy
Yes.
whatever time we have. We do not expecting much more things in life because often the people have more expectation and they have been struggling day and night to achieve that kinds of things. But unfortunately they are not having these are things so they get depressions, right? Anxiety, complications because of not fulfill their desire of life, right? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So
Thank
sorry
you,
for
ma'am.
this. I'm really
No,
feeling
no,
very
no.
embarrassing.
No, no, it's okay, ma'am. I really respect you more than any person because you are really inspiration for me as well. Because I also belong to Bihar state in Gaon, in the village. So it was so much difficult for me to having, these kinds of fluency interacting with any peoples. But I learned because of you. Okay.
I think situations, we can create situations as well as we can handle situations if we can do anything. But if condition is not in our hand, then we shouldn't. We just go for this, and we shouldn't give attention to only those people. But yeah, it's really very. It's kind of a hindrance between all of
Yes.
two of us.
You are right, ma'am. The both of on the same path, same situations. Whatever you have been suffered, various kinds of obstacles of life and criticism of peoples, instead of you kept going on and achieve your goals. Just like that, still I am having so many criticism of the peoples. Instead of I'm keep running this, platform because I know I have expectation one day I also do something else, which is really proudable for me and Vijay.
Teacher as
Yeah,
well.
you're right, ma'am. Actually, yesterday, yeah, tomorrow, yeah, 2 days before, I have a session with Mansi, ma'am. She is your friend, ma'am.
Mansik Bhola.
Yes,
Yeah,
she is
she's
a
very
really
close to
nice
mine.
person. Yeah, she's very nice, very humble like you, and really, I feel so much good to have conversations with them.
Actually, if I talk about Mansi, so both of us we have different kind of personalities, and I
Yeah,
believe in one thing: different kind of personality attracts each other.
of course, ma'am. This is called life. Why we should be interacting with the different kinds of person because we have a requirement of to learning something new, to just optimizing self according to situationally, right? It will be more convenient for our new generation because we will be prepared for giving better guidance to new generation, right? So we have to learn. We have to
If I talk
prepare.
about my English language, so yeah, I'm quite confident. But if I talk about my personal life, so I'm not that much confident like her. She's too much
Oh,
confident because when I went to Delhi and I spent my some time with her, then I got to know how confident she is. Because since childhood she lives in Delhi. So yeah, it's compulsory
okay.
to have that confidence and that kind of nature if you
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
survive there.
Of course, your nature will define your education around the peoples. How better you are in your education, right? It doesn't matter what category you belong, what environment you belong, what is the status of your background. Your appearance will reflected whenever you talk to any person and giving you perception relatively your life, your incidents, what have you been through, what kinds of obstacles of life. That will define, peoples, how better you are, how mature you are, right, ma'am? So we
And
both. Mhm.
like most of the time as we are living in village, so we think about the world is only just like this. But no, it's not true. We haven't
Yes, ma'am.
visited any kind of places. I live in village, so how would I be able to get everything about this world? So yeah, that's why we have to visit these kind of places, and we have to give ourselves that opportunity so that we can face any type of people in this world.
Yes, ma'am, of course you're right. Without, reaching at these levels on the street, we couldn't, realize how precious of these kinds of things and how important that was, awareing very soon in life. Because as much as you're going to awareing yourself, that would be more convenient to maintain the balance of your life. Okay, in any kinds of situations, because we are preparing self. Okay, not for only self, we are preparing self for new generations. Of course, God has a given, the way how you can make yourself educate. Okay, in this time so many people are helpless, and they do not have the right intention, and they do not know how to work, to develop any skill in self. Instead of they have a good technology support, good phones. If we start using, good manner these kinds of phones, so we can reach at the moon. And this is the only communication skills, right? Within 1 month, within crossing the 1 year, we can be mastered in this field, right, ma'am? It's up
Yes,
to
there's
us.
no doubt. Absolutely, whatever you said, it's right. And I'm totally satisfied with your answer. Because, in our life, whatever we want, we can achieve just by believing ourselves. And along with that, we have to work on that goal consistently. Don't skip even a single day. But yeah,
Yes,
sometimes
ma'am.
I skip just by having lots of work in my schedule.
Yes, ma'am, you are right. According to me, ma'am, this kinds of as a part of your hobby, your life, you couldn't ignore it because this is the part, and you can say like these are part of your lives. It will maintain your continuity. It will time to time giving you the energy to work over your different kinds of skills instead of, because as much as you put yourself in a difficult situation will make you so much stronger, right, and prepared you for the upcoming challenges, which is the
Yeah,
most
there is,
important part of
yeah.
the life,
You're
right, ma'am?
absolutely right. Whatever you said, challenges always makes us the strongest person. Because in my life, because sometimes we learn on our own, okay, in a school time, but in our life, God gives us challenges. God gives us exam to tackle out, to solve out, and to be the strongest person. And yeah, earlier I was not that kind of person. I didn't have any attention, or I didn't have any goal. But yeah, after some time of my marriage life, then I got that time, that situation, and where I had to do something for myself. Then I chose only this YouTube platform to work on, and to work on my English language as well. Because nowadays having good command over your language, it's really very crucial for
Yes,
us.
ma'am, you're right. Like often we are having this complicated situations because of this is a really requirement to awareing a various part of it, right? If you do not aware early, then how will you tackle out? How will you face these kinds of problem when suddenly come to your life, right? So God always, given whatever kinds of difficulties, problems in the human life, according to their levels, capacity, how better they can endure these kinds of situations in life, and how can we get the solution for it also, right?
Yes.
So I
So
believe
as you
personally,
are a primary teacher, so how do you treat your children, your students, I can say? Because
actually, ma'am,
spending time with kids means, if kids are really too small, then it's so boring if you don't enjoy the process of teaching. Because teaching is also a very nice profession.
okay, ma'am, let me tell you how I treat to all my students. First, I'm a very humble person, very humble behavior. I am just reflecting around the student only for expectation to know the internal like internal thoughts of all the kids, how kinds of kids are, especially inside of
Yes.
self. So by knowing their faults, their thoughts, I often try to treating equally all of them, okay, to making convincing them in good manner, okay, so the
So you
students
teach only
do not.
English? You teach only English language, English subject, or all type of subjects?
Actually, I teach all subject because
Oh.
I'm teaching all the students nursery class to 5 standard only.
So you teach in primary school,
Private school.
in a government school, or? Private school.
Private. Private, ma'am.
Private. Okay.
Yes. Because, ma'am, it's a quite difficult for having the post in government, right? Very
Yes,
soon.
it's quite
So
difficult.
I just indulge myself, by availing which kinds of obstacle as a a teacher has been getting during indulging in this kinds of process. Because if you are going to indulge yourself, so you will have the opportunity by learning so many things, which is really requirement of life, right? It's not about only education. You're going to make someone's life. It is a really a
Yes.
biggest work for the human life.
And teachers are
Especially in this
the
era.
and only teachers are the main, we can say, m- main part of our life who helps us to make ourselves a citizen, ideal citizen for this country
Yes, ma'am.
in future.
You know, being a teacher have us just perform as a character of parent, right? We have been treating all these students like a parent very nicely.
And it's
If
very
you
necessary to treat them as a parent, otherwise they would not feel that connection with you.
Yeah, that is the biggest strategy of the teacher to showing, humble behavior with all of them. So without having fear, they can get the freedom to just releasing their thoughts around the teacher. So teacher can grade properly, understanding the students' quality and treating equally accordingly, right? So kids can be developed very soon, okay, and go on the right track. Otherwise, kid doesn't have the better sense as we expected from all of them. And kids belong to various kinds of background, so we do not know now, so we have a priority just showing humbleness so the kids can be release the problems issues sharing with the teacher
Yes.
so we can solve very nicely,
So are you
right?
teaching in a convent school? Convent school, or it's a just like Hindi medium school?
Actually, ma'am, Hindi medium school, because in a village, there's a less facilities, so
Yes. But I think whatever you are doing commendable job, because living in a village, being a villager, speaking this language, teaching this language, as well as all the subjects to kids, having a humble nature, it's really wonderful to
thank you,
have all these
thank you, ma'am.
personalities inside you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, because you appreciated me because really I did really good things. That's why I got appreciation by you. And you are the most, uh, biggest reasons behind me. Still I am here because of you. I have been following, I think, across 1 year. I often,
Oh,
show your
that's
content to my
wonderful.
parents. Yes, ma'am. I often show to your content to my parents and always motivated myself as well. Because I am also belong to village, I should also learn it this way. This ma'am can do, then I also. So
Yeah,
I
there's no
I
doubt
didn't
all
take.
of us we can do, but how much English we want to learn, it totally depends a person to person. If there is any person who wants to learn this language for getting job or professional in any type of professional work, then yeah, he's supposed to learn some advanced vocabularies, advanced phrase. But I'm a woman, okay, I'm a homemaker. So if I want, then I'm okay with my basic knowledge or basic or intermediate level.
Yeah, of course, ma'am. As I consider, there is no requirement of fixing a very expensive vocabulary in your conversation by manifesting your expression, your like feeling sentences. It
Yes.
doesn't. There is no requirement. Simply, you have to use simple vocabulary for constructing sentence, so other people can be conveniently understand your exactly point. That is communication skill. There is no requirement, right? Because
And
ultimately, we have to
we are
interact
able to
face to
make
face.
other person understand everything. So it means,
Yeah,
yeah, we knew everything. But yeah, some people they think only speaking advanced words and advanced structures, this is called fluency and proficiency in English language. But I don't believe in that thing. I
of course,
believe
I
in only
also.
one. It means it's totally sometimes it's like you have different perspective about regarding learning this language. I have different kind of perspective, so it depends on person to person. What do you think about your level, or how much would you like to develop, evolve your English language? But first thing I have learned throughout this journey, since the time I started learning this language, you have to be content. Whatever the level you
Of course.
have, just try to be content and think about yourself that you are the best. Okay. On the other hand, if we try only cursing ourselves that that person is speaking too much and what you are doing, you are not able to speak and you don't have any kind of accents, then just think about or just regret about yourself. This is not good. We have only one life and we are not here only for learning this language. We have so many responsibilities. So fulfilling all the responsibilities is also my priorities. So I have to
Yes, ma'am.
give each and everything time. And yeah, along with that, if I want to continue this journey, then there's no doubt. Time
Yeah,
is
ma'am.
it's totally up to you.
You're right. I'm also agree because we are a human and humans has a lots of responsibility. We have to take care of kids, families, and
Is
after
it
that we
raining?
have to focus over. Yes, ma'am.
Is it raining?
Yes.
Oh, I can hear the sound.
Mm,
I
yes.
can relate with
So
this. You know, it's very, very relevant because I also hear this kind of noise or rain sound here.
okay, ma'am. So we will talk some days. Today we should be wrap up
Okay,
because
today,
rain is going.
tomorrow we will connect. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.